What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today we're going to be previewing the NBA Finals Game 2, as today at 7 o'clock, the NBA Finals Game 2 begins as... So 7 o'clock is when the game starts, but the game won't start around 7:10, 7:15. Miami. Let's get into Miami right off the bat, and that's where I want to get to. As I get this alert, Jared Greenberg reports Love will start at power forward tonight. So Kevin Love is starting in Game 2 for the Miami Heat, and I love this change. Absolutely do love this change. As much as it sucks to see Caleb Martin off the rotation, I do think Caleb Martin will play better off the bench. Not only that, but he is dealing with an illness, which had him questionable in this game. But I love the starting lineup change for the Miami Heat. As right off the bat, the lineup for the Miami Heat should be Gabe Vincent at point guard, shooting guard Max Strus, small forward Jimmy Butler, power forward Kevin Love, and center Bam Adebayo. I think the Heat in their starting lineup need to be a little bit bigger, facing Nikola Jokic and Aaron Gordon in that starting lineup, and Michael Porter Jr. I love Caleb Martin, but Kevin Love is way bigger than Caleb Martin, and I think that finals experience with Kevin Love in that starting lineup and his shooting, they need shooting badly, and I think Kevin Love, he started mostly for the Miami Heat throughout the playoffs, most of the Bucks series besides Game 1. After Game 1, the whole Bucks series, the whole Knicks series, and some of the Celtics series only has been DNP'd in the last 3 games for the Miami Heat. Game 1 of the NBA Finals and Game 6 and Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals was the last time Kevin Love played, and I think that adding Kevin Love back in the rotation is going to be important for the Heat if they want to, potentially be competing in this NBA championship. Kevin Love is a good shooter. I think he matches up well against Aaron Gordon, and I think he matches up well playing Aaron Gordon in the paint compared to Caleb Martin. I don't think so, but Jimmy can guard most of the time Michael Porter Jr. now, and then Kevin Love will match up against Aaron Gordon, and then, of course, Bam will match up against Jokic, and maybe Kevin Love will help with Jokic a little bit. So, I think with how good Caleb Martin was in the Eastern Conference Finals, it kind of sucks that he's not going to be in the starting lineup, but I think he'll do great off the bench. But also, Tyler Hero is out for this game. He tried, warming up, but will not be available, and is expected to return. He's expected to return for Game 3. So Hero is out. Martin is in, but out of the starting lineup. So Martin will play. Caleb Martin will play, but is not in the starting lineup. So off the bench for the Miami Heat, looking like Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, and I guess Cody Zeller as well. Kyle Lowry and Cody Zeller will probably be the 4 main players off the bench for the Miami Heat. So I like the changes for the Heat. Caleb Martin was not that good in game 1. Only scored 3 points, was 1 for 7 shooting, and also was dealing with an illness. So I think off the bench for Game 2 is the best scenario for Caleb Martin. And also getting Kevin Love back in the rotation is probably a must for the Miami Heat. With how good of an NBA Finals experience he has. And not only that, but matching up, I think he matches up way better against this Nuggets team in the starting lineup than Caleb Martin does. But that's just my opinion. But off the bench, you got Kyle Lowry, you got Caleb Martin, you got Duncan Robinson, and Cody Zeller playing all the minutes off the bench for the Miami Heat. Those will be the 4 main players to come off the bench for the Miami Heat. Then the starting lineup for the Denver Nuggets. Point guard Jamal Murray, shooting guard Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, small forward Michael Porter Jr., power forward Aaron Gordon, and center Nikola Jokic. Nothing changing for the Nuggets. I think the only thing that would stop the Nuggets from making a change would be an injury, because the Nuggets are playing so well, they're not going to make any lineup changes. And I mean, there's neither 5 of their players would be replaced in the starting lineup. It would have to be an injury for a new player to jump in the starting lineup with the Nuggets. That's how good they're playing right now. But I'm not going to really make any comments about their starting lineup because I think it is just fine. You can see how good it is doing for them right now. They've won 7 straight playoff games in a row, going back all the way to the end of the Phoenix series, won the last 2 games in the Phoenix series, then swept the Lakers, and won Game 1 of the NBA Finals. They won 7 games in a row. So you can see how good it's going for them right now. But, getting into my prediction of this game, I'm going to go ahead and say, I want to go with Denver, I really do, but I'm going to go ahead and say Miami comes back and plays better. I think Jimmy Butler is going to do way better. He only scored 13 points in Game 1. I think he's going to bounce back and do way better and, really just, get back to Jimmy basketball. And I don't know. I think Jimmy Butler is going to play way better. I think definitely I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say that the Miami Heat take way more free throws than they did in the game. They took only 2 free throws in the game the other day. I think Miami's going to take a bunch of free throws in the first quarter. I'm going to go with Miami taking around 5 to 7 free throws in the first quarter. I think the Miami Heat are going to get some nice foul calls in the first quarter after getting horrible calls in the first game. But I think Miami's going to be aggressive in this one. I think Jimmy Butler's going to be better. I think Bam's going to continue to do great as he was. Bam Adebayo was really the only good player that was consistently playing really well for the Miami Heat in Game 1. I think Caleb Martin does way better off the bench. Kevin Love's going to do really well. I think this Miami Heat team should have a really good game. I wouldn't be surprised if Denver won, but if Denver wins, I think it's going to be in a really close game. I think this one's going to be a really close game too, but you guys have your thoughts. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.